Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and real quick, I'm just gonna do. I today is Wednesday, August 20th, 2025. I did not do. Excuse me. The week ahead spread that I normally do on Sunday. My last Sunday, or the week a week ago, I pulled the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, all negative cards, the Wheel of Fortune, and I said felt like it was going to be a bad week. Well, early wee hours of the morning, the next morning, my father-in-law passed away. So that's how the week started, with a death in the family. And so I didn't feel appropriate this past Sunday to do a week ahead spread. I don't know why. Just every time I pull cards, he's coming through the cards, and it was just overwhelming for me. So I haven't really messed with the cards at all this week. There was just the last 2 days I started pulling them, and it was just crazy. So, but something's been telling me to go ahead and do the week ahead spread middle week. See, so we're going to do the energy obstacle and advice for the rest of the week. And I pulled an Oracle deck card from my Cosmic Crossroads Oracle as a overall theme. That's my dog scratching. If you hear it banging. So the theme, and I pulled the cards, I have not looked at them, and this says waiting, is the word theme. We're waiting. We're in a waiting period. And that's how I feel like my father-in-law is right now. Like, he crossed over, but he's like in a waiting room somewhere, waiting for what we don't know, which I find very interesting. And if you're just tuning in, I always do the energy obstacle and advice of the deck that is an outgoing, but I haven't picked up a deck other than last 2 days in over a week and a half because of his passing. We buried him this past Friday. This past Monday was a week ago that he passed, and it was just, there's a lot of things going on. So I was like, you know what, I'm not messing with the cards. And then the last 2 days I picked up a deck. I was like, oh, we're removed enough from this. And then he was coming through the cards. I'm like, okay. So for the energy of the week ahead, we got the Princess of Cups. It's still very an emotional time for my husband. His dad was his best friend. They were super close. So that makes sense to me with the cups being, the page or princess. He's the kid, the son of his father that's passed, which makes sense here. Is this overwhelming, emotional roller coaster is what I feel with this card, and that's what seems to be going on with my husband. And I'm just kind of there when he needs me, and kind of back off and let him do his grieving in his own way. So yeah, that makes total sense to me. For the obstacle, we pulled the strength card. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense also. Because he's trying to be strong for everybody. And I told him yesterday, I said, I know this is going to take you a long time. You're never going to be the same. You've lost your parent, your best friend. You don't have to be strong in front of me. I can help you shoulder that strength and be there for you. And so I think that relieved him a little bit. But at the same time, every time anybody, because my husband's an iron worker, he's a manly type of dude. He doesn't cry. I've never seen him cry. And that's all he's done the last week, which I get. But at the same time, if anybody tries to comfort him, he's like, get off me. Like, he's trying to be strong. He doesn't need to be. So I think that's the obstacle, is just overcoming that you don't need to be strong for, you can lean on somebody, and, yeah. And then I see a skull here. I like that this looks like a kind of witch doctor kind of in the strength card, which I think is cool. It's different than your typical strength card. And this is the Hedge Witch Tarot, if I didn't say. There's another dog over there running around over here. I got 2 dogs here and a cat, like all here messing around. And for the last card for the advice for the week, we have the Hangman. Yeah, I've pulled the Hangman probably like 4 times in the last couple of days because, again, I think that refers back to my father-in-law. Like he feels like he's in limbo right now. Like he's in some giant cosmic waiting room, waiting for his number to get called, until he can move forward in his afterlife journey, if that makes sense. I don't like that the Hangman has a giant snake. But I do, I mean, there's a lot going on here normally versus what we normally see in the Hangman. And I thought she was just doing a cartwheel. She is tied to the tree here. Interesting. Yeah, I just feel like, and then my husband, it could also be referring to him where he's in limbo also, just because he's lost right now, and I totally get it. And then the waiting with this oracle makes total sense with the rest of this. That's all I got for y'all. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good afternoon. Bye.